What's up guys, Jake here with JakesGotHerps, not to be confused with herpes. Herpes is nasty, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my Reptile Expo pickups from the Tinley Park show, the NARBC Tinley Park show in 2015, this spring obviously. And first of all, I got this little egg thing. It's made by THG, I believe is the company name. I'm not particularly sure. I just saw it, thought it was cool, and I picked it up. But basically, you guys have probably seen this before, but it holds your eggs, specifically in my case leopard gecko eggs, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I figured I'd get it. And I like it because it takes all the measuring out of trying to get the perfect amount of water to substrate. You're really getting all the humidity in here without the eggs actually touching anything, which is kind of nice, and just a cool little thing. I'm probably gonna get some more of these. I just got one because I figured why not. And also, one of my favorite reasons to go to Tinley Park is pardon my delicious food here, but Timberline sponsors the Tinley Park show, I believe, and they always give out free mealworms and stuff. So I took this container that had some no-bake cookies in it, which were excellent. I highly recommend the MSU no-bake cookies. But and I got 1,500 free mealworms. Every person gets 500 free, I believe, crickets or mealworms. You get to pick, and you get to pick the size as well. And I'm sick of the dinky little mealworms I get from my local pet stores. Pretty much every pet store kind of scams me. Like, you look at these, and hold on, I'll take out the other ones for you, and I'll show you like how pathetic these mealworms are compared to those. So alright, so you saw those are man's mealworms, and here are the mealworms I get from the pet store. Look at that. That's just pathetic. I mean, no offense, mealworms, but they're not very big. It takes like all 100 of them to get any amount of food for my animals. So I love these from Timberline. Timberline and Rainbow mealworms are pretty much the only place I like to get my mealworms at this point. And I got 1,500 of these bad boys. Each person gets 500, so 500 for me, my father, and my sister equals 1,500 free mealworms for some happy leopard geckos. So I got that as well. And then obviously the big item that everyone has been asking me to show, at least on Instagram, because I showed them to you guys, is in here. Right here I have a super dwarf tiger reticulated python, a really awesome animal. I'm just addicted to this thing. He's just amazing, and I'll see if I can get him to show his face for you guys. Come on. There he is. Just an amazing snake. Like I said, he is a super dwarf. He's a 50% super dwarf, so that means he'll be roughly 8 to 9 feet in length, which is kind of nice because, I was considering getting a golden child reticulated python, but then I saw this guy and I thought, if I can get this guy for a similar price, then I'm certainly going to do that because obviously, in a couple of years when I'm at an apartment, I'm not going to be able to keep a massive snake with me, probably. So I figured this guy was a better acquisition in that regard. And he's also a tiger, which just means he's got those stripes on the side. He eats frosted flakes. It gives him the stripes, but really cool snake. And he's also possible het snow, which means that there's a chance that he is heterozygous, carrying the trait for albino and anery. So maybe in the future we try and prove this guy out. I know there's a lot of other people who keep retics in Michigan, so maybe at some point I can do some sort of breeding loan just to prove this guy out, because I think it'd be interesting to see what he could produce, because if he was a het snow, you could come up with some really cool babies. But just an amazing little snake here. I'm addicted to this thing. Like I said, I mean, so much about retics that I didn't know that I now think is amazing. Like, their eyes are absolutely incredible. Where most snakes have really dark eyes, and you can't really see their pupils that well. These guys have orange eyes, and a lot of them have red and silver eyes even. And watching their eyes move around is just amazing. And they're also extremely soft. Like, their scales are so small and close together. It seems like that they're just an extremely smooth, like, silky snake. And as you can see there, he's got the typical retic attitude, which I'm actually kind of glad about, because when I first got this guy, he was a little bit timid. Now I'm not trying to mess with him too much because I just got him this past Saturday. But yeah, so oh, and look, I like the thing he's on. That is a wet t-shirt contest thing. So that's nice. If you guys want to check out that, I mean, you can do that. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but yeah, he's definitely got a bit of an attitude sometimes, which I kind of like, because that way I know, he's he's healthy, he's feisty, and you know, he's got a little attitude to him. And another thing I noticed is how iridescent these guys are. You know, some people were confusing them for rainbow boas even because of how iridescent they are. I'll try and zoom in a little bit. You can just see all that beautiful iridescence. And like I said, the scales are really small, so it makes them really soft. Just a really awesome snake. So I'm really excited about this guy. I'm really excited to be getting into retics because, as you guys know, with the Lacey Act, this was really sort of my not my one chance. I'll obviously be able to get a retic in the future, but you know, a really golden opportunity for me to get a reticulated python. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little guy. I'll try and get in here and hopefully he doesn't destroy me. Try and zoom in. There we go. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this guy. He's a really, really beautiful snake, and I'm gonna leave him alone now because, like I said, he's probably stressed out. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.